Well, greetings and salutations, Series 9, Series 4 test takers. This is Dean Tinney coming to you from my studio here in fabulous Las Vegas with the second request on a ratio spread that came up last night in our live stream. This test taker asked about these ratio spreads, and I said, well, the live stream doesn't lend itself well to explicating ratio spreads. I would tell you as a Series 9, my first recommendation is don't get too much in the weeds on advanced option strategies like this. And 4, again, you may see it more. It's more probable on 4 than it is 9. We help you on any questions, so just send it our way, and we're more than happy to help. I believe a real important part of the process is what I call the setup and contract specifications. And so question, by the way, is what's the break even? But before you do anything, you should get comfortable. And what'll really help you is if you understand contract specifications. You shouldn't be struggling at these legs here and say, okay, well, that first part is an obligation to sell 200 shares at 60. And the other leg is a choice to buy 100 shares at 50. That's what that means. I told you in the previous explication that I thought it would be more likely you would see this kind of a spread. And the main thing here to recognize is that we don't have a ceiling here. I mean, I have an obligation to deliver 200 shares, and I can only buy one at 50, 100 shares. So I got a naked call there. There's no such thing as being partially naked. So on the actual test, the main thing would be recognition that this position exposes a customer to unlimited risk rather than can you figure out the break even. Okay, so contract specifications. And the next thing that is really important is can you track money in and out? So we had 2 of these 60 calls for 5.5. So we brought in 11 points for that. 2 times 5.5. We bought an ABC January 50 call at 9, paid 9 for that. So we have a $2 credit, 2-point credit here. I'm a big believer in the T. Fire up the T as a mantra. If you've been with me, lots of different ways to do options. It's a buffet. Take what you like, leave what you don't. I like to use dollars out, dollars in. I like to do it on a per share basis. And so now I'm going to track the money. So there's the 9, there's the 11. And as I said, the question is, what is the break even? And so basically I'm focused on how far up this could move against me before I got a problem. And we said, 50 to 60 isn't a problem, right? Because I have the choice to buy the stock at 50. So that's not going to be a problem. Make 10 points there. But boy, on that second call, I'm going to start losing some money at some point. And so, what kind of at what point am I going to start losing money, right? So here is the first contract, right? No worries on that first contract because I can buy the stock at 50. I can deliver at 60. So the thing that's worrisome is that second obligation I have to deliver at 60. And so, break even is the number per share that would make the columns balance, because that's what break even is. Same dollars out as dollars in. So what I say is, okay, well, we're looking for a number offered to me that if I plug it in would make the columns balance. So on these advanced option strategies, I suggest a T and then process of elimination. So boom, I need a number that would make the columns balance. So basically, 59 plus the number offered would make the columns balanced. So here were the numbers that were offered to this test taker as a break even. And basically what I would do is start plugging those numbers in and see if it makes the columns balance. 52, no, right? I need a number that I plug it in there would make the columns balance. 59, nope. 69, nope. Let's plug in 72 and see what happens there. If the stock goes to 72, indeed, the columns balance, right? If I take 131, right, that's what money in, minus the 59, that's $72 per share is my break even, because at that point I have the same money out as money in. So that is the answer to the question. The break even is 72, right? Here at 72, what's going to happen is I'm going to buy the stock at 50, deliver at 60. Now I'm going to buy another 100 shares at 72, deliver at 60. That takes care of the 2 calls. I brought in 11 for the 2 ABC 60 calls. I brought in a total of 131. I paid out 50 for the stock, 72 for another 100 shares, and 9 for that 50 call. And indeed, it is the break even. I will link in the video description a pinned comment to my lecture on these advanced option strategies. It's in the Series 4 playlist. I'm not sure I put it in the Series 9 because I don't know if it's material. So who knows? Some days I put it in, some days I take it out. But I will link it in both those areas for you. Hope you found that helpful. Again, if you have a question before Tuesday's 5 p.m. Live stream, you can go ahead and email that to Dean, the Series 7 Guru at gmail.com. And I'm more than happy to make a video explication or at least have it available to go over on Tuesday night. It doesn't lend itself, the live stream, to doing this kind of a explication on this kind of a ratio spread, particularly when there's baby brokers who may be watching, and it might confuse them more than it leads them to enlightenment. Remember, inch by inch, your Series 9, your Series 4 is a cinch. Yard by yard, your Series 4 or 9 is hard. And I'll see you for the next explication request.